How is it going then, everyone? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA analyst, and today we have got my favourite formations and custom tactics in FIFA 20 so far. I have used a variety of formations in FIFA, ranging from your traditional 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2, 4-1-2-1-2, but also using things like 4-3-3, 3 at the back, and even some 5 at the backs as well. So I've got a good understanding of what works and what doesn't really work at the current stage of this game. So what I'm going to be doing today is showing you those tactics and the formations on how I run them and how you guys could implement them into your team. If you do enjoy the video, please do let me know by dropping a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So if you're interested in that, a link is in the description. You're more than welcome to head on over there. Come ask any questions, anything like that. I'm always happy to help. Let's go ahead and jump into the first formation and custom tactic. It, to be honest with you, is probably my favorite formation in the game, and the reason for that is because of how it just plays, and it gives you options pretty much all over the pitch. And it is the 4-4-2 normal variation. The tactics that I run with it, to be honest with you, it's probably one of the only ones that is quite balanced. I don't change too much. When you're looking at the defensive style, the width is narrow in the offensive and the defensive. I go balanced, and I go balanced on the attack as well. You can change this to what suits you. Personally, I'm not a fan of drop back. You guys know that. Really don't like it. Stay away from it, in my opinion, just because I think it invites pressure onto you, and it's a boring way to play. I mean, I'm all for play how you want to play at the end of the day. However, for me, it doesn't really suit my play style and my game. With depth, I do run 4. You'll find that with a lot of my tactics, 4 is kind of where I sit for depth. I find it's a good sweet spot. It's not too deep, but it's not too high as well. But it just means that I can kind of keep constant pressure on the opponent. So if I need to win the ball back, that's how I can do it. As I said, in the offensive style, we're looking at balance. The width is narrow. Players in box, I go for 6 on this. Players in box is one of the only ones on 4-4-2 where I have this a little bit higher, and one of the other formations. But I don't tend to have this past the middle mark, basically, for most. I find if you have it too high, your players are constantly making runs forward, always trying to get up the pitch, and you can't really build the ball up slowly. So I think on this one, 6 is all right. I do like, though, on this formation to have like my centre mids assist on the edge of the box, because if you can look for a little cutback or something, they can be there for you. So overall, on the 4-4-2, quite balanced. Now, it's the player instructions, which is a little bit different. I run comes for crosses, sweeper, keeper on every one of my formations. I just absolutely love it. You do have to have the right keeper for it. Areola's not the best, but someone like ter Stegen's brilliant at that. So when it comes to the fullback, I absolute preach balanced and overlap for them, guys. I love having my fullbacks on balanced and overlap. It might not be right for you. It does leave you open to the counter, but you need to give it a go to learn how to attack, basically. You've always got that fullback there to pass on to, which just gives you that bit more of an option, essentially. Moving on to the wingers, those are the only ones now that are going to be left on balance. I don't actually change my wingers. I used to run comes back on defense, just to give me that bit more of stability. Nowadays, I find having them on balance is better because they just give you that bit more of an option going forward as well. Sometimes I found that it was my right winger that was actually behind my right back at times, and I didn't have my right winger there to pass to. But moving on to balance just keeps them in that little sweet spot. With the centre mid, sorry, I have stay back while attacking and cover centre on one of them, and then I have balanced on the attacking support and gets into the box for crosses and cover centre. The reason for this is I want one centre mid to stay back in front of, obviously, the defensive line and just stay there, be a rock in front of the defence. But then I do want my other centre mid to support, get into the box, kind of like Frank Lampard, make that darting run as, we're getting into the box, and just try and look for the pass back to him, cross into him, whatever it may be, and try and grab a goal on there. It's your choice on who you want to run on that. For me, usually, I've also got a stronger team than what I usually rock with this, but it can work really well. And then when it comes to the strikers, Ben Yedder, I have him on getting behind and balanced on everything else. And Lacazette plays on a false 9. I think this is the key thing in this formation, if I'm honest with you. You almost have to have them on the false 9, in my opinion. You can play with it on balanced as well, or getting behind, but I just feel like on this formation, you get the best of both worlds when you have him on false 9. I feel like he's there sometimes in that centre attacking mid role, then other times he's still up front as a striker. But when they are up front as a striker all the time in the 4-4-2, you constantly have to look for the 1-2s, and I'm not a massive fan of that. So that's how I run the 4-4-2. It is my favourite formation on the game for definite. My next favourite one is going to be 4-2-3-1. Now this formation, this is the narrow formation, narrow variation, by the way. This formation is probably the strongest when I'm up against a high quality opponent. It's what I like. I just feel like everyone's where they need to be. It's a lot harder to break down than 4-4-2. I find it a lot more stable. I don't concede as many goals, that sort of thing. Now, this is where my custom tactics are very different to what you've probably seen elsewhere. I have press after possession loss. I find it much better than press after on heavy touch. I don't find press on heavy touch does that much, if I'm honest with you. Constant pressure is too aggressive. Drop back, I've already preached. I don't play that. And then you can go balanced if you wanted to here. I'd probably recommend a lot of people to play balanced. Press after possession loss is quite aggressive. It can work nicely though, so you might want to give it a go, see how you get on. Width again is balanced, depth is 4. Now here's the difference. I play possession on this one. My whole play style with 4-2-3-1 is to hold the ball, not give the opponent the ball, and just basically see the game out that way. It's quite a boring way to play, but it can do very well. So if I'm in a weekend league game and I play against someone that is, you know, an elite player, pro player, whatever, this is the formation I go to. And unfortunately, you just have to play in that way. For me, because I don't have the strongest of teams, I have to play in a way to grind the results out. And that's what I rock on there. Players in box, I go on 1. I'm not looking to make any darting runs in. I want someone on the edge of the box. I just want to find the killer pass to break into the box, do a skill move, boom, goal. And that's essentially how I run them. When it comes to instructions, again, sweeper keeper on the fullback, same as before, balanced fullbacks. Sweeper keeper on the keeper, sorry, not on the fullbacks. Balanced on the fullbacks with overlap as always. I have one CDM on stay back, cover centre, cut passing lanes, and then I have the other one on completely balanced. Again, just to add a bit of aid going forward. For my centre attacking mids and everyone else, I leave them all on balanced here. I don't change them. I do trial. I've been using it quite a bit. Get into the box for cross. I'm still not 100% decided on it though, so normally I'd just say stick on balanced. And then for my striker, I have getting behind as well. And that's it. I don't change too much on that front. It is better if you've got someone better than like 83 Ben Yedder. If you've got his one to watch or something, that's fine. It does a job on there for you as well. Moving on to my formation, which I use if I'm losing a game and I really need to get back into it. The reason why I don't play this one as a whole from the start is I find it's very hard to defend with. It's a very good formation to score goals. It will get you goals at all points throughout FIFA. It's what it does at best. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Having the 2 strikers, that centre attacking mid, it's so crucial having, you know, the centre attacking mid, the 2 strikers, and just using that triangle. It's so easy to break people through with that 1, 2, 3, 4 passes, boom, you're in, goal. Balanced again on that front, and depth I went for, middle on the width for both of them as normal. Players in box, I do have this one a little bit higher, similar to the 4-4-2. I am looking at having players get forward in this formation and take, you know, the transition from defence to attack has got to be quick. I'm looking at taking a touch pass, playing that tick-attacker sort of play style. I have trialled fast build-up on this. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I want to play quick. I want to get forward quick. Fast build-up, though, just makes them seem like they're all on, I don't know, they're on something. They just run forward. And I'm like, no, mate, just be there. I need a pass, first of all. Then I can pass to you. Then I can build up. I don't want you just playing like long ball. That's kind of what fast build-up does for me, even though you've got your long ball there for you. So I prefer that one on balanced. Player instructions, again, same for the keeper. I do have stay back while attacking on these fullbacks, just because it's such an attacking formation as it is anyway, and you've only got your one CDM. I find that if you have them on balanced or join the attack, it's very risky. I can do it. I can change to it if I am really trying to find that goal. So sometimes I will adjust it, but most of the time I do stick on stay back while attacking. For my left centre defensive mid, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, and cover centre as normal. That's kind of the go-to for there. For my other CMs, I do just have them completely unbalanced and have them on cover wing. I used to have one of them on get into the box for cross, but I've kind of changed that recently and just leave them unbalanced on that front, and I find that just gives me the sweet spot. It lets them make the decision. So Martial, being quite an attacking player in this formation, he will go and get forward if he sees the opportunity to do that, which I'm happy enough for him to make that decision. I've stayed forward on my centre attacking mid and nothing else, and then getting behind on both strikers and leave them on that. Again, this sort of formation works really well when you have got a very strong team. This sort of team, it's not the greatest to kind of play the 4-1-2-1-2 in my opinion. This is my last formation if I'm going balls to the wall and I just need a goal, right? So let's just say I'm 85th minute and 4-1-2-1-2 is not working for me. It is the 3-4-1-2. So the way I kind of run this is, as you can see there, it's a very solid formation. It gives you width, it gives you narrow, it gives you the 2 strikers, and it gives you a cam. You can't really ask for much more from a formation where you are needing a goal. Now, obviously, it is 3 at the back, so it is going to leave you open to a counter attack. However, you are only going to be using this sort of formation, in my opinion, if you are looking at, you know, getting that goal in the last few minutes. Some people do play 3 at the back to start off with, which can work, but you wouldn't have these tactics. You'd have a bit more of a, you know, balanced tactics. This is constant pressure, depth through the roof, fast build up, players in box. Absolutely, we are just looking at getting forward, guys. We're looking at getting goals, and that is it. I mean, it's one of them. It can be a bit of a catch-22 because you can get forward, you can create a chance. If you don't put the ball in the back of the net, they can try and counter on you. So you've got to just make sure you take the chance more than anything. And it will get you goals. It will get you back into the game. The amount of times this formation has saved my arse has been unreal, if I'm honest with you. I really do like switching to it. I feel like it gives you, as I said, that whole balance in the narrow, the width. It's similar to 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, but you've also got those wingers to play. So it can just give you that little bit more going forward as well. One of the honourable mentions, which I have used, which I don't mind, is 4-3-3. I use a second variation. I've done a video on that. And it does work quite nicely, but it's not the most meta formation. I feel like it can struggle at times. Sometimes your striker can feel a bit isolated, especially when they're playing with 2 CDMs. It's hard to get the ball up to them all the time. So that is kind of one thing to take into account with that. But it is a decent formation. I feel like with that one, it's another one which is like 4-2-3-1 for me. It's about holding the ball and seeing the game out if I wanted to switch to that. But those are my top formations so far this year. I mean, obviously there is quite a few formations that are available to you. 4-2-4 is really good if you're looking at just playing like a team press. 4-3-2-1, I'm not a massive fan of, if I'm honest. I just feel like it doesn't click that well for me. The way the attacking patterns are in that just doesn't kind of get to where I want it to be, if I'm honest with you. 4-2-2 is another honourable mention for people. I personally don't like it. I just feel like it should 4-2-3-1 superior. I don't like having there's a gap in the middle of the pitch, which I'm not a fan of, if I'm honest. 4-4-2 second variation, I've never really ran too much, and then 4-4-1-1 I've played a little bit of. It's similar to my 4-4-2, if I'm honest with you, because obviously I just run false 9 on one of the strikers as well. And then all the other formations I haven't really given a go this year yet, like 4-1-4-1 for example. I have heard things about that, but it does seem very, very defensive and very hard to break down. So that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please do let me know by dropping a like. If you do want to see some gameplay on how those tactics and formations and that work, you can head over to the videos that I've done directly on them, and you will get some gameplay on how everything operates and how you can use it to your advantage. But yeah, cheers for stopping by. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you do, please do let me know by dropping a like. Put your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.